97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.
Hello, I am Pearl Akanya Ofori. This is Citi News Daily on Citi TV. In our first top story, the governing National Democratic Congress, NDC, has justified the arrest and subsequent detention of the Director of Marbles and Granite, Dr. Edmund Ayoani, over the circulation of NDC-branded vehicles on social media. Now, Dr. Ayoani was arrested on the orders of the National Security Advisor to the President, Baba Kamara, for allegedly taking pictures of some 50 Mahindra vehicles, which he claimed were being rebranded as campaign vehicles for the NDC. The pictures were widely circulated on social media with the claim that although the vehicles were procured for use by the National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE, the NDC had diverted them for its political campaign ahead of the November presidential and parliamentary election. Now, even though lawyers for Dr. Edmund Ayoani have come out to say that their clan did not take the pictures and circulate them on social media, the national organizer of the NDC, Kofi Adams, argues that Dr. Ani's detention by the Bureau of National Investigations was necessary to unravel the mystery surrounding who indeed circulated the pictures on social media. Now to sports, and Board of Asante Kotoko says it is unaware of the decision of the team's management to ask head coach David Duncan to step aside from his duties. The club released a statement via its website on Sunday that Duncan had been told by the team's management to step aside in the light of the team's poor start to this season's Ghana Premier League. Now, Kotoko was beaten by Diana Stars on Sunday to send them to the bottom of the league table, forcing the team's management to take this decision. However, the team's board says it has not been made aware of the decision and it is not in agreement with the call. Meanwhile, the club's national supporters group has stated its displeasure at the decision taken in relation to David Duncan and says it will meet in the coming days on the matter. Now, I've been joined by Citi Sports Nathan Quao. And Nathan, management and the board of Kotoko seem to be singing from two different hymn books. What at all is happening?
Okay, so to understand this issue, we need to put it into context. Kotoko have played 6 games so far in the league. They've won only once at home. They've lost all 3 games away from home. They've won the other 2. Clearly, that won't make anybody happy. The management decided late last Sunday, after they lost to Ediana away in Gongahafo, that they were going to get rid of David Duncan. But they've not sacked him. They've asked him to step aside. So this morning, the board says it doesn't know anything about the management's decision to put David Duncan aside and continue the league campaign. So we are really yet to see how Kotoko will recover from this, because the board and management certainly must work together. Now, the owner of the club, Utumfo, hasn't said anything, but there's a lot of pressure on Opokunti, who is the CEO now, to decide where this club is going. They are performing poorly in the league, and the rumors are that they quickly want to get rid of David Duncan so they can find a new coach and get their campaign back on track. They want to win the league, they want to get back to the Champions League, but so far it's been poor. And from where I stand, this is not how Kotoko wants to deal with this business. They must decide where they want to go, whether they are keeping Duncan or whether or not they are trying to bring somebody in to handle the club now.
That was Citi Sports' Nathan Quao giving us an update on what's happening in Asante Kotoko. And we will be following the story and bringing you updates when we get it. In other news, the Ministry of Water Resources works on house and says the current state of the Abofu footbridge on the N1 highway here in Accra does not pose any risk to the public. The footbridge was partly damaged after an overloaded articulated truck rammed its contents against the bridge. Now, pictures of the bridge, which surfaced on social media, showed that it was fairly damaged. But some officials and engineers who visited the footbridge today said the bridge was safe to use. In our final story, a private legal practitioner, Acer Ankomah, says persons cited in the Panama papers as operating foreign accounts have not committed any offense. Now, the sons of former President John Ajacum Kufuor and former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan have been named in its latest leak of confidential documents. According to Acer Ankomah, owning an account in a tax haven environment like Panama cannot be deemed criminal unless there is evidence to show the accounts are used for criminal activities. And that's all from me, Pearl Akanya Ofori, on Citi News Daily on Citi TV for today. Many thanks for watching.